Here we're going to make an alternative design. We're going to use one of the smaller carrier bags. And why not make an arrangement and use the cellophane and incorporate it into your design as well? So it doesn't have to be just to wrap a flower. You can create a very simple modern arrangement without actually having to spend a lot of money, because this becomes a very cheap container. So we're going to start off by using a sheet of the gold clear star cellophane, and I'm first of all just going to take a square, and then we're going to take 1 square of the red tint. So first of all, I'm going to place the 2 cellophanes together, so it gives me this wonderful contrast between the two. And we're just going to turn the cellophane over, and I'm just going to take a block of Oasis Floral Foam, and I've just literally covered the foam so that we can now stand it up, and we can take the little bag and we can stand straight into the bag. First of all, I'm just going to take a small segment of the Oasis away from the top of the design inside, and then I'm just going to slice down the middle, and these can then just slide either side of your floral foam, which gives you just that little bit more strength to hold the foam inside. Now I'm just going to gently trim just the front area of the piece of cellophane, so it's creating a slight dip at the front. This allows me then to have a little bit more opening in the centre, and I can then just manipulate these 2 taller pieces around to the back of the design. So first of all, we're going to use just a few pieces of the wonderful grass, and we're just going to create height and also a lot of movement into the piece. So this really is creating a lot of space ready for your design. Using the wonderful spruce, I'm just going to gently clean off at the tips and start to place into the centre of the cellophane. And as we start to place the cellophane, this starts to open the cellophane up, which makes it easier for us to create the arrangement that we're going to place in the centre. So that this will allow us to have the space when we're ready to place our flowers. Just cleaning off the edge of the spruce, that just helps me to be able to just place that little bit of spruce in the middle. It's just one way of creating quite a quick and simple design, but again still using the wonderful cellophanes. So now we have our foliage already in place. We're just going to add a small piece of the eucalyptus, just to add a different texture in the centre and a little bit more lightness. Taking a couple of carnations, we're going to use the carnations to create a little bit more depth into the centre of the piece. Like so. We've got some wonderful ilex berries here. and this really brings all the red through to the centre of the design. We've got some fabulous Grand Prix roses, and I'm going to measure the height and where I need the stem to go. So the stem's got to go to the bottom of the actual design, and the reason being is that then the rose will take that last drop of water, so making sure it goes very, very deep into your floral foam. Keeping it straight down into the base. Now I'm just going to take just an odd couple of pieces of the cellophane, so again I'm using the same two colours. And this is like replacing some of the extra foliage that I may have wanted to put into the design. So again, we're just going to layer. And I'm just going to cut a small square. Taking a stub wire, I'm just going to fold, and I'm just going to scrunch in the middle. So it has like a double leg. Just fold those ends over, so when I actually place them into the design, it's not going to fall out. And what we're creating now is a connection from the back through to the front with the extra pieces of cellophane. I'm going to now just cut another piece which is a little bit smaller, and again scrunch into the middle. Take another stub wire and fasten, and this will just gently sit in the background of your piece. So now we've incorporated the cellophane right the way through the actual design. We just need to just finish off with a small ribbon. And I'm just going to take the wired ribbon, and I'm just going to make one very, very tiny loop. And I'm just going to take a wire and fasten. So this just creates a little bow that can just sit just on the inside. And there's one way of creating quite a dramatic design with limited flowers but maximum impact.